Hey everyone, I'm Asha for Coool Flame, and I'm here with Ty Dolla.
What's up, babe?
All right, so we're here at SKEE Live. So tell me, you actually came onto the scene, part of a group, Ty and Corey, and then you did a lot.
How do you know that?
The internet. You had a little bit of that, and then you started producing and writing. What made you transition to just full-on artistry?
One day I was with YG at a show, and we came and did Tooted and Booted, like when that first got on.
Yeah.
And then came out with like $7,500, and then he gave Mustard his cut, and he gave me my cut, and then he walked off. And then I was like, I gotta be an artist.
Okay. All right. Tell me about your musical influences. I know your dad is a musician.
It's just basically my pops and all of his friends.
Okay.
He was in a famous 70s group, so he had all the famous 70s dudes around. And then after that, just like, my big bro, and I got an MPC, and I started liking J Dilla a lot,
Okay.
Beat Rock, and DJ Premier and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And I just started making my own beats. And then one day I made Tooted and Booted, and life changed.
You, YG, DJ Mustard, you guys have all basically pioneered what has been affectionately called as ratchet music. Tell me about that.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. I was at the house, and we just threw a house party at my house, and DJ Mustard was DJing. At that time, he didn't even make beats; he was just DJing, and he played this one song. I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead, and the whole house went crazy. And then from that reaction, like, I just was inspired by that beat, and then I started making a whole bunch of beats like that.
Okay.
And then that's like what came out of Tooted and Booted. And after that, Mustard was like, yo, keep doing those. I'm like, nah, man, that shit cool. He's like, nah, I'm telling you, keep doing those. And then he asked me for some sounds one day.
Okay.
And he learned how to work this program called Reason. And then that's when he came back with this beat called Patty Cake. And it was like semi-done, and then I finished it. And then from there, he made Rack City and all these other songs, and then we had ratchet music.
Yeah, right? Okay, so if you had to define, tell me, what is ratchet music? Define it for me.
Ratchet music is just like club music. It's like fun, a good time, It's like something you put on to make all the girls get turned up.
What do you want your identity to be in the industry?
I want people to just know that when they hear my shit, it's gonna be quality.
Okay.
And that's what I've been working on as far as this Beach House EP that I'm dropping on the 21st of January. And it's the same thing, but just like way better quality. I'm mixing now. Me and Jean-Marie on the big SSL boards, and with nice studios, and I'm adding violins and real guitars, real basses. Calling it outside production. And,
Okay.
it's getting pretty real.
All right, so what do you guys think you're doing for West Coast music?
I think we're just giving everybody.
How are you impacting it?
We're impacting it in a major way, and we made it to where everybody else can drop. And it's not only us, like, I'm not gonna take full credit. It's really the internet, It's like the fact that we can all drop songs and the people can choose what they want to hear, So you can go from Push Inc. music to TDE music, which is totally different. But we're all West Coast, LA, and we all represent the soil. So, it's great.
Okay, and another rapper, we won't say his name, but he said basically that the South runs hip hop.
I know you're talking about, that's my bro. The South ran America music for a while. In every state I would go to, there would be nothing but South music played on the radio. And when the West Coast was off, we were playing nothing but South music. So he has a point. We're all inspired by South music, which we were all inspired by New York music before that, and LA music before that. So it rotates, and everything comes back around. And the West definitely has a major influence on the world right now as far as this music shit goes. So I'm just proud to be a part of it.
So let's talk a little bit about your music. Your lyrics, they're a little bit strong.
Fuck with it.
And so I'm like, I do, but we were like laughing. We were listening to one of your songs earlier, and I was like, did he just say he wants to dive into it like Shamu? So yeah, like, what do you want your fans to feel when they listen to your music?
I just want them to feel like that, you know, exactly how they really feel. I just keep it all the way 100, and I just say what comes to the top of my head or whatever. So a lot of people sugarcoat and like lie to the women, and you know.
So you really go up to women and say,
I don't have to use the word love to get the puss, basically. You know, I'll just keep it real. And if you like me, I like you, then why not? You know?
Okay, all right. And that's been working for you?
True.
That's how you get women. Okay, great. Do you draw from your own personal experiences, or is it like your fans, or like, you know, where do you come up with your ideas?
I listen, you know, basically the homies that are around and whatever I'm listening to at the time. I listen to a lot of jazz music, you know, George Duke, George Benson, like all that fusion shit from back in the day. Jocko, you know, so that inspires me on that level. Like I said, I listen to Dilla a lot, so that's where the sample thing comes from, like how I'm always sampling. Like on Cabana, I sample Skrillex and Mint Condition and put that together, you know, like over some drums or whatever. So it's totally different from Dilla, but like that's my inspiration.
Do you prefer to be behind the scene, or do you prefer to be the artist?
Man, I can't answer that. I like both so much. I just like the whole process, you know, from just like making a song, maybe just starting off from a bass line to like completing a full song and then going to perform it in front of people. You couldn't take nothing from me.
Okay.
As far as that goes.
What do you think separates you from other people in music right now? Or just in general?
Just knowledge and really caring about music and really like loving it and really doing it, you know, and just knowing my history on music, knowing about other people and what they're doing and researching and, you know, trying to come with something new. And like, that's the main thing, it's just new, it's something you haven't heard. Everybody else copies off of what's hot and tries to like get that #1. Fuck that, like, do your own shit, man, and like you will prevail. That's why like, I salute people like Drake, I salute people like Kendrick, because like when everybody else is doing this pop shit, they come with this fucking, you know, real hip hop shit. It's different drums from what everybody else is, you know, doing. Different fucking, you know, real instruments and, you know, real lyrics and shit. So I fuck with that type of shit, and I'm just glad that like it seems like it's turning around from like, you know, the whack shit.
What's your connection to Beach House?
Beach House is just like out of every place I've been, I've seen some pretty big shit now, like just being around, and like out of every place I've been, like a beach house to me is the one, like, so that's the goal, you know, and like that's what I'm doing it for.
Can you talk about some of your collaborations? Did you have a list of people that you worked with for the EP?
Yeah, I met Twista actually on tour this summer, on the Under the Influence of Music tour with Wiz, and when I met him in Chicago or whatever, he was like, yo, man, all I do is listen to Beach House. I'm like, what? That's crazy. So, I'm like, yo, man, I got some shit that I think you would be perfect on. I sent him the shit, he sent his verse back, and, you know, shit, I got Twista on my shit.
And last question, what do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to just be greatness and growth and quality and, you know, originality.
All right. January 21st, Beach House EP. Everyone go get that. And pre-sales are January 7th?
January 7th, $world.com. Smoke weed, Taylor Gang or die.
All right. Thank you. And we're about to go check out the show. Ty Dolla performing at SKEE Live.
The show's starting.